What's up, guys? LQ here with the LQ Review. Thank you so much for joining me here at my YouTube channel. This is where I talk about all the geeky, nerdy stuff that I love to talk about. Movies, video games, comic books, and TV shows. And right now we're going to continue on with our October series of Nightmare on Elm Street reviews. And I know I'm taking this right to the wire, but right now we're going to go on to part 8, which is Freddy versus Jason. All right. I was a huge fan of Freddy growing up. I've already discussed this. I was also a big fan of the Friday the 13th films growing up. I liked Jason more than I liked Michael, more than I liked Chucky. You know, Jason was second only to Freddy in my eyes. So having these two square off was very cool. Now, this was something that people talked about for years before the movie was made. I don't think people today understand just how long people talked about and wanted a Freddy vs. Jason movie. To the point where at the end of Jason Goes to Hell, Freddy's glove comes out of the ground and grabs Jason's mask. People talked about it and wanted it for a long time, and there were all these ideas that was bouncing around about what the story could be about. There were some ideas that I remember people talking about that went all the way back to like medieval times, and that was where the genesis of this story takes place, that would only be fought in the present. I mean, there were lots of chatter. This was the early days of the internet, and I remember getting online and reading about what these ideas were that people were talking about. There's a lot of chatter on what Freddy versus Jason was going to be. At the end, it was a pretty simple concept though. Freddy has been defeated. This would be in Freddy's Dead. Freddy has been defeated, and he has to stir up fear again. He has to make the kids afraid of him again. Well, how is he going to do that? Well, Jason is in hell, and Freddy has access. So Freddy's going to bring Jason back so Jason can go to Springwood and stir up trouble, and the kids will start being afraid of Freddy again. Simple concept, but it works. So this movie has a ton of kills in it, a lot of action, a lot of gore, and at the end of the movie when they actually fight each other, there's a ton of gore in that. Some of it might be a little over the top, but this movie really worked. I just had a lot of fun watching this. Was it the best of either franchise? No, it's not the best Friday movie. It's not the best Freddy movie. It's not the best, but it worked on delivering what it promised. A high body count and Freddy and Jason fighting each other. And they actually fight twice. They fight once in the dream world and once in the real world. There's a lot of stuff in this that's callbacks to previous movies. For instance, the idea of pulling Freddy out of the dream world into the real world. That is something that they use in this movie. So there's callbacks to other movies. There is great action, great gore, high body count. One of my biggest gripes about it was just how low Freddy's body count was. I think he kills one person, if I remember correctly. I think the rest is all Jason. I'd have to do a rewatch and actually do a body count tracker. I just did a rewatch a couple weeks ago, but I didn't really pay attention to how many Jason killed and how many Freddy killed. But I'm pretty sure Freddy kills one and Jason gets the rest. Either way, though, huge body count, lots of gore, some great action, especially the second time they fight. There's some great action in it. And just a lot, like I said, it delivers what you want. It does some things with the lore that that kind of retcons some things, especially on Jason's side. This movie makes Jason afraid of water. Well, Jason's not afraid of water. He drowned, but how many times did he go into the lake to get somebody? A lot. There's one time he actually chased Tommy Jarvis into the water. So it retcons some things that didn't really make a ton of sense, but that's forgivable because it delivered what you wanted it to deliver. So overall, I had a really good time watching this movie. It's one that it's not my favorite Freddy movie or my favorite Friday movie, but it's one of them that I revisit the most because it just is so much fun. So definitely a good movie, definitely a fun movie, and it has its flaws, but it's definitely worth a watch. So that's my take on Freddy vs. Jason. What did you think of it? Let me know in the comments down below. While you're down there commenting, subscribe to my channel, and until next time, we'll see you guys later.